On a dark, chilly November evening, the chorus members of Mozart's Magic Flute were assembling in Oxford's Town Hall for their final rehearsal. Dressed in white robes and blue headdresses, they stood around chatting as a red and white Chinese dragon trotted in through the entrance. The rehearsal was about to begin. Outside, a red Jaguar swerved into the car park. Chief Inspector Morse and his passenger were late for the rehearsal.
You got me all in a fret driving like that.
Oh, sorry. It's being a policeman. You're always in a hurry, and we are late.
Aren't you a little old to be running around in fast cars?
Not while there's pretty women to drive around within them.
You've only got yourself something more your own age.
Oh, come on, they've started.
Where's my makeup box?
Oh, here. Hey, don't worry, Beryl. It's only nerves. You feel great once you're in costume.
Beryl Newsom got out and hurried towards the building.
Oh, wait for me.
Morse grabbed his bag from the back seat and ran after her, but she marched in without looking at him. As they disappeared inside, a man observed them from an upstairs window. He was small, balding, bespectacled, and alone.
You should have been in costume half an hour ago.
Sandra, could you give me a lift back afterwards? Inspector Morse can't manage it after all.
Of course, no problem.
Thanks.
Look, I'm sorry. I really don't like being frightened, really.
I drive slowly, not a promise. It's just that we were late.
Thanks. Sandra lives very near me. It's not out of her way.
It's not out of my way either. Not at all.
I'm sorry. You're very nice. I've just had enough of men for the moment, okay? Later, perhaps.
May I please have a little house out there? We're trying to work.
You need to.
You do understand, don't you? I knew you would.
She smiled and turned to go down the corridor. Morse followed her and found himself staring into the female chorus dressing room.
Sorry.
Someone was looking at a photograph of Beryl, who at that moment was in the auditorium with Sandra watching Papageno practice. Morse wandered on stage in his long white tunic. Realizing he shouldn't be there, he hurried off, bumping into a light on the way, making Sandra giggle. He climbed off the stage and strode down the aisle towards Beryl, smiling broadly, when the conductor breezed in.
Chorus, on stage, please. Heavens, please.
The two women left their seats, leaving Morse stranded at the end of the auditorium. He followed the rest of the chorus back onto the stage, where they shuffled into their positions.
Now, this is a rehearsal. Right. Move up, tenors. Make room.
I thought you liked it. You know, it's just so serious about it. I'm not ready for all that again, Sandra. Not yet.
March off. It's not a scrub. Not a ragamuffin.
She glitting with his... Someone in the auditorium had been taking photographs of the rehearsals. On a contact sheet, a member of the male chorus had been marked with a red cross. It was Morse. In a phone booth across the street, someone put a phone card in the slot and dialed.
Is there a Mrs. Newsom? A Mrs. Beryl?
Yes?
Phone call.
Terribly sorry, Simon. I didn't know anyone knew I was here. Do you mind?
No. But try not to be too feminine about it, Beryl. I mean, save your voice for the performance.
It's your big chance, Beryl. Pamina's got a sore throat and they want you to go on instead.
As the porter held the door open for Beryl, the dresser walked towards the stage.
We're not supposed to take private calls. Not really.
Sorry.
Great. Oh, that's not bad. In fact, I think it's a minor miracle. Not bad. Good. Yes, there's always one. You.
He looked at Morse.
Where's your regalia?
What?
You're supposed to be wearing a medallion like the others.
Look, I switch it through to civil defence. There's never anyone in there. Second door on the right.
Thanks.
Just don't tell the chief executive, that's all.
As Beryl went into the office, Morse was being told off.
You people, you never look. Box, under the window. Hurry up.
Can't it wait?
It is the final dress rehearsal, sir.
All right. Well, while we're waiting, let's have one more go at that top F, shall we?
The Queen of the Night stood up, and as she started to sing, Beryl picked up the phone.
Hello?
Morse wandered through the dressing room looking for the offending item of costume.
Hello?
In civil defense, Beryl looked puzzled. Morse, meanwhile, had found the missing medallion and was admiring himself in a full-length mirror.
Oh, come on, is anyone there?
Morse tore out of the dressing room and ran downstairs towards the offices. The corridors were empty, but one of the doors swung back and forward on its hinges. Morse opened the door of civil defense and stopped. He rushed to where Beryl lay on the floor and turned her over, but he was too late to do anything. Blood stained her face and white tunic. Her eyes stared open. He hugged her to him as tight as he could. Beside her, he noticed a kitchen knife shining in the light. He picked it up, turning it over in his hands. The porter opened the door, and the whole cast piled up behind him, gazing in horror at Morse crouched over the body, the knife still in his hand. Later that night, Detective Sergeant Lewis, Chief Superintendent Strange, and Chief Inspector Bottomley made their way through the crowds of journalists and onlookers into the town hall. Morse was being questioned when the three came in.
Have you ever heard of a Chief Inspector, CID, committing murder?
Nothing to do with me, sir.
I'll have your guts for garters. I should be out there finding out who did... About time. Sir, will you please tell this officious constable...
Calm down, Morse. All right, Constable, thank you very much. I understand she was a girlfriend of yours.
Not exactly.
Well, under the circumstances, I've decided to put Jack Bottomley in charge.
But I'm here. I was on the spot. I knew her.
Yes. And you were found beside her with a knife in your hand and blood all over you. What the hell is that you're wearing?
You don't think. You can't think.
I don't think anything. I just know I've got to suspend you. I'm sorry, Morse. Really.
Well, I'm sure Morse and I can handle it in a perfectly friendly and professional manner, sir.
Morse stared incredulously at Strange, then glanced at Lewis, who looked away.
What's he doing here?
Jack's sergeant's on holiday, so I've given him a Lewis. Well, you won't be needing him for a while.
Better start rolling up your trouser leg, Lewis.
Sir?
You'll find Chief Inspector Bottomley a grand master, much grander than me.
Like a game of chess, do you see? I'll make a change from the crosswords for you.
All right. Let's get started. Lewis, come to me.
Strange took Lewis into the corridor.
It's going to be a bit awkward for you, Lewis. Think you can manage?
do my best, sir.
Good, lad. Now, what the hell am I going to tell this choir? So it's in all the papers tomorrow morning that a senior chief inspector's run amok in fancy dress.
So how long ahead do you know?
Could have been anyone, couldn't it? I mean, any of us.
Later, the police questioned the cast, while Lewis talked to Sandra.
He's a madman.
Well, we don't know that it was a madman yet.
What did he kill Beryl? Why?
This is what we're going to try and find out. Now, why do you think she asked you for this lift home?
In an empty office, Bottomley was interviewing Morse.
She didn't have a car. She only joined a couple of months ago. I was just trying to make her feel, part of the group.
Speaking of groups, Morse, my off-duty activities are entirely my own business, if you don't mind. I don't know how you come to know of them.
They're hardly a secret. Off down the lodge every Thursday with half the station.
And you're so fond of Mozart. He was a Mason. The Magic Flute, it's a Masonic opera, isn't it? Well, I mean, look at you.
Yes, well, up to a point.
Then I don't understand your hostility. Unless it's to me, personally.
Of course not.
Let's forget it, then. Now, Beryl Newsom, she wore a wedding ring.
She wasn't married, though. Divorced. Twice. She was off me, she said.
I think something must have happened on the way over. It's so difficult, I can't remember exactly.
Remember what?
Just an impression. Oh, I don't know. They probably had a bit of a tiff, on the way over.
Look, Mrs. Newsom, if she was really off me...
I didn't know that, did I? Till she told me.
Ah, this evening. So what were your feelings for her?
I found her a very attractive woman.
I think he was keener on her than she was on him. Beryl, asking me for a lift. He didn't like it. I could see that. He didn't like it at all.
Much later, with the questioning over, the cast got changed and Morse sat on the stairs by the front door as the building slowly emptied.
Good night.
Good night, Brenda.
Good night, ladies. Good night, sweet ladies.
Evening, sir.
You off to the lab?
That's right, sir.
Got that knife there?
Yes, sir, but I can't...
It's all right, Dearden. I won't tamper with your seal.
Morse took the bag and held it up to study the knife against the light.
Is this a dagger that I see before me?
Just an ordinary kitchen knife, I think, sir.
Brand new, too. Bought for the purpose, I'd say. But what purpose? What purpose?
Thank you very much. I hope, hope everything works out all right for you, sir.
Well, that's very nice of you, thanks. You've seen Lewis?
With Inspector Bottomley, sir.
Look, Lewis, what's his, sort of sex life been all these years? Any idea?
No, sir, not really. Not much, I don't think.
No. And people do sometimes, suddenly, if they're disappointed or humiliated, perhaps. He drinks a lot, doesn't he?
Not when he's driving, sir.
Look, I know Morse doesn't altogether care for me.
He doesn't care much for anybody, sir.
No. But he's going to do his damnedest to solve this case himself, isn't he?
Wouldn't put it past him.
He didn't do it, I'm sure of that, so I've let him go. But I want you to keep an eye on him. This is a murder inquiry, Lewis, and not even your chief inspector can be above suspicion.
What am I to tell him, sir?
Anything you like. Given your relationship, I expect you'll tell him the truth, won't you?
Bloody fool! It's the knife, sir. Why did you pick up the knife? If I'd done that, he'd have given me a right bollocking.
We're going to see McNutt.
Who?
Chief Inspector McNutt. He was my chief inspector when I was an ignorant young sergeant like you. Took early retirement, clergyman, now lives in Reading. I need to talk to Sir Astro. I'd better check he's in, I suppose.
Morse walked into the phone booth outside the town hall. The receiver was off the hook, and the telephone card in the slot was used up. He took it out and dropped it on the floor before ringing McNutt. An hour later, Morse and Lewis were turning off the main road on their way to Reading.
Sir Astro is the fount of all wisdom. In the opera, he's a version of Zoroaster, the Persian philosopher. Ah.
Soon after, the car drew up outside an old stone church.
I learned everything from Desmond McNutt. He could look right inside people's minds, their souls.
Is that why he became a vicar?
No, that was his wife.
Very religious, is she?
She betrayed him.
With?
With whom, Lewis? And the answer is God. She died.
Oh, that was enough. My auntie in Middlesbrough, she went all religious when her daughter died. I had to put her away for a bit.
The richness of your family history never fails to astound me, Lewis.
And when she came out, she wanted to be a nun. Only she wasn't a Catholic.
You don't have to be.
Say all that again?
Morse and McNutt sat in the kitchen.
I was meant to pick up the knife. Its handle was toward my hand.
Oh, you can leave out the literary flourishes, Morse. They were always a weakness.
As I stretched out my hand to pick it up, I knew. Well, I had an intuition. I knew that it wasn't the knife with which she was murdered. Of course, it all happened in a flash, but it was too clean, I suppose. Now, I'll bet you anything you like forensic finding there isn't a scrap of fiber or flesh on it.
Gambling won't help. That explains why you picked up the knife. Not why would anyone want to implicate you in the murder.
Sir, excuse me.
Lewis.
Yes, Lewis?
I don't see why anyone would kill Mrs. Newsom if they wanted to get Inspector Morse. Why not just kill him?
Because they wanted to make him suffer pain rather than death. I assume that's your theory, Morse?
I think it must be.
Presupposes that you were in love with Mrs. Newsom. Were you?
I liked her. I thought she liked me. I suppose I hoped something might come of it.
If someone killed her to entrap you, he or she must have known of your hopes.
I made no secret of my liking.
Oh, I didn't know.
Then you may breathe again, Lewis. We can rule you out. Someone in the choir.
I can't imagine so.
Try.
A friend, Miss Machin, she thought you'd had a tiff.
Had you?
No, not at all. She was just a bit jumpy, that's all.
Perhaps Miss Machin was jealous.
Sandra.
Well, where's the motive?
I don't know.
Have another beer. It may help you to think.
No, thanks.
You're in shock.
I think I'm more in danger.
Who from?
From whom? I've put a few people away over the years.
Simon Albright? Brilliant psychopath. Just what we've been looking for. Alpha plus mind, gamma minus morals. Poisoned 6 colleagues at work for no good reason except that it amused him. But horrified by blood. Fainted when he cut out his shaving.
He's still in Broadmoor.
You sure?
No, we can check.
Hugo de Vries. A genius, Lewis. Perverted genius, of course. One of the greatest con men of the age. He certainly conned me. But not Morse. Not Morse.
De Vries never killed.
He did in Sweden. Killed a prison officer.
I never knew that.
No? Well, he did.
But he's still in jail. Must be.
Better check.
McNutt got up to answer the door. It was a down-and-out looking for a bed for the night. Whilst he was gone, Morse brought the can of beer over to the sink and poured it down the drain. Lewis watched disbelievingly.
You can't be well.
Not interested in alcohol, McNutt. There's one serious failing.
They're full, are they?
Yes, sir. No space at all, sir.
All right, wait a moment. See what I can do. Really, the richer this country gets, the more people there are on the streets. I just don't understand it. I really don't.
It's the government, sir. Closing these places down.
That, Lewis, is what I don't understand. These people have nowhere to go. Sorry, Morse. First things first. This is someone in real trouble.
Go for this water, Lewis. It's all right, Jack.
Someone who didn't like Mrs. Newsom is much the more likely person to have a kill done. There's a place I know which can usually fit someone in. Perhaps this gentleman would like to contribute to your night's lodgings.
Morse pulled out a £5 note.
Yep. God bless you, sir.
Here, buy yourself a drink.
Morse, please.
Thank you, sir.
In you get. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Great man. Giving his life to people like that.
Morse stared at his car. It was covered with crudely drawn symbols.
What the...
Envy marks?
It's not envy marks, look! It's the bloody Masons! God, Lewis. What's going on?
On their way back to Oxford, it was raining hard. Morse switched on the magic flute.
It's a trial.
A what?
An ordeal. The hero has to pass various tests before he can be initiated.
Pressing compasses to his bare chest and that.
No, it's serious stuff. Trial by fire and water. You see, Tamino, the hero... What the hell?
A police motorcycle overtook them, and Morse pulled into the side of the road. The officer came over to speak to Morse, who recognized him and wound down the window.
What do you want, Butterworth?
Excuse me, sir, but is this your car?
You know damn well it is. What are you playing at?
I'm sorry, sir. Do you happen to have your license on you?
What is this? What's going on, Mike?
A member of the public's reported this car cutting him up outside Maidenhead. Driving very erratic, he says, going over 90.
You haven't been anywhere near Maidenhead.
No.
Oh, you've got the license number right and everything. I'm sorry, sir. I was told to stop and breathalyse the driver.
Butterworth. Who am I?
Chief Inspector Morse, sir.
Right, so be your age. Somebody's after me. Look at the car.
Oh, the lodge. Been having some sort of a rally, sir?
No, of course not.
Sorry, I'm not supposed to ask.
Oh, God, not you too. Do you really think I drink and drive?
I'm sorry, sir. I was told to stop the car.
Come on, Mike, for God's sake. We want to get home.
No, Lewis. No, Butterworth has his orders. From Grandmaster Bottomley, I dare say. They have to do as they're told, you know, or they get their throats slit and their tongues cut out, and then they're buried at low water mark at midnight. Isn't that right, Butterworth?
If I could just see your license, sir. Thanks, sir. Yeah, that's all in order. Now, if you wouldn't mind...
Yes, all right. I know how it works.
Morse blew into the breathalyzer.
If this thing turns red, I know I'm seeing things.
Thank you, sir. See, you have had a drink.
Yes, I know what I've drunk. Now, can I get on back to Oxford?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I'm very sorry. There's
That's
obviously...
all right. You're only doing your duty, weren't you? No hard feelings.
Morse shook his hand.
Well, you are a bit...
If you people seriously think your childish handshake is a sin, I wouldn't put any of you on security.
You got away lightly.
What's all this about?
Don't ask me. Good night, Mike. Good thing about Mr. McNutt's beer, sir.
Yes, that's the one thing my enemies got wrong so far.
Hold the tape back on.
Not at the moment. I'm glad you've been with me this evening, Lewis.
What was that, sir?
Bottomley would never have believed it. I can hardly believe it myself.
That night, someone was looking around Morse's office, trying not to make any noise. They took the tape out of the cassette player, looked at it, put it back, and went over to the filing cupboard and stealthily turned the handle. Suddenly, the door opened, and Lewis came in.
Still here, Lewis?
Bottomley turned round from the cupboard, smiling quickly.
Looks like it's it.
What are you doing?
Sending an overnight to Sweden, sir.
Sweden?
Inspector Morse has an idea about a man in prison there, a conman called De Vries.
Well, how can he help us?
I don't know, sir.
Is Morse off his head?
I couldn't say, sir.
Well, I'm asking you to say.
Well, it seems this De Vries took against him for sending him down. He claimed he was innocent. Threats from the dock, the usual thing.
Where does Sweden go into it?
Well, after we'd finished with him, they wanted him over there, where he killed a prison officer.
Nasty piece of work, then. I still don't see how...
Just checking, sir, that's all.
All right. Don't stay up too late, Lewis. There'll be plenty to do in the morning.
Lewis didn't look up, but when Bottomley had shut the door, he raised 2 fingers in his direction. At home, Morse shook his head, staring at the symbols scratched into the bonnet of his car before pulling a tarpaulin over it for the night. He went inside and sat for a long time in his living room without moving, lost in thought. The next morning, when Lewis arrived at his house, he found Morse outside, staring at his car. Lewis frowned. The tarpaulin had also been spray-painted with Masonic symbols.
I'm not paranoid, Lewis. This is actually happening.
Certainly seems to be.
No seeming about it. Once we start seeming, we'll be lost. This is reality. We've got to hold on to it tight.
What does all this stuff mean?
Don't ask me. Last night I went through my career. I'm a fair man, aren't I, Lewis? I never put anyone away who wasn't guilty, never. Lean the other way sometimes. Wouldn't you say I was fair?
Fairer to women than men sometimes.
Well, they're the fair sex.
checked out that Simon Albright Mr. McNutt was talking about. He's still in Broadmoor.
De Vries was the other one.
Haven't heard from Sweden yet.
He conned the whole University of Oxford for 6 months. Took him for nearly £1 million. Never admitted he was guilty. Here, let's get this thing off.
Parked across the road was a blue transit van. Someone inside was watching as they pulled off the tarpaulin.
You know, there is a connection between De Vries and Beryl Newsom. Marion Brooke was involved with both of them.
Who's she?
Fundraiser for Amnox now. Used to work for the university. She was the one De Vries conned most.
What's Amnox?
It's a charity. They raise money for people in jail around the world. Not just politicos. Anyway. Come on, follow me to the garage. I'm gonna get a respray. And then we'll talk to Marion.
The watcher in the van held up the Financial Times in front of his face as Lewis reversed out of the drive. Only his tortoiseshell-rimmed glasses were visible. Morse followed Lewis out, and as the two cars disappeared, the van driver put down his paper and started the engine. He drove up to Morse's house and reversed into the drive. He got out and came round to open the back doors. Inside was a rolled-up carpet. The man dragged the carpet out, straining with the effort. A pair of men's feet was sticking out at the end. Morse and Lewis, meanwhile, parked in a leafy suburban street. They got out and walked across a park to the headquarters of Amnox to see Marion Brooke.
He had such charm, De Vries. Women kicked off their shoe in the room, and men took out their checkbooks. The funny thing was, he didn't need the money, he had plenty of his own. He seemed to enjoy the game for its own sake.
Sounds like one of these big businessmen. They seem to take over companies just for the hell of it.
Yes, he'd have been a great success in the city, but something... Lewis, do you believe in evil? Well, no, it's no use, is it, blaming things on the devil or God? But some people, they seem to be wicked for the sake of it. There may not be a devil, but there's devilry, all right. De Vries...
What did he actually do?
Oh, he said he was the heir to a Swedish armaments manufacturer with a very guilty conscience. I mean, think of that. A man with no conscience at all. He told them he was going to give them an institute for peace studies. A man fighting a war against society. What better cover? He was clever, you see. He took one look and knew your weakness right away. So you watch what you're saying, Lewis. She's a bit sensitive about De Vries. It broke up her marriage, apart from everything else.
But he's dead, didn't you know? He killed himself in prison. You know what those places are like?
Even in Sweden?
Hugo could con his way into and out of most things, but depression.
When was this? How did you hear?
His mother wrote and told me. Must have been 2 years ago. No, 3.
Did he have a real mother?
Of course he did. Highly respectable. We became great friends.
He wasn't a Mason, was he?
I don't know. When he chose, I dare say. He was everything else. Who is this Bottomley man who wants to ask me about Corbeau?
Oh, we're in ahead of him, are we? Good.
Who is he?
He's a man that thinks I killed her.
Well, you're not serious.
I found her, you see. Myself, I always work on the principle that the last person to see someone alive did the murder. He thinks it's the first person to see them dead.
But that's
It's ridiculous.
Well, he'll find that out in time. Meanwhile, you're talking to his leading suspect. How well did you know her, Marion? Did she ever talk to you about the man in her life?
Well, she mentioned you.
Aren't you going to ask me about her work yet?
Ask you what?
I'm not quite sure. The thing is, she was the only person in our section who could operate the new computer. And I didn't know what she was up to, even if she was up to anything. But really quite big sums of money used to disappear, or appear to disappear, and then turn up again. Nothing's ever actually gone missing. But...
I know a bit about computers.
Do you? Perhaps you can explain it then.
Oh, that's one of those. I like them.
Do you know how to work it?
Oh, yes. What was the name of the account you were having trouble with, Mrs. Brooks?
General Fund B.
I'm going to need a password.
Pamina. P-A-M-I-N-A. Don't ask me why.
Pamina, heroine of the Magic Flute, the piece we were doing with the choir.
Here we are. Oh, yeah. A lot of money.
Well, we're not Oxfam, of course, but the public is very generous.
She could control all that?
Up to 100,000. Not control it exactly, but move it around, looking for the best interest and so on.
Ah, here we go.
Where?
Michael Baker.
What does that mean?
Famous con man in the 40s. Played on the fact that most people, even in high finance, depend on trust and habit. So he put money in and out of accounts for a year or more till the banks got to think nothing of it. Borrowed larger and larger sums, always for 24 hours, always in cash, always paid back the next day.
I think I can guess the rest.
Right. The banks got used to it. And then one day, good old Michael Baker took everything out of all the accounts and vanished with something like 2 million quid.
He's been paying into different accounts, 20,000 or so at a time.
What names?
Several. Mrs. Brooks among them.
Mine?
Yesterday morning she paid it all into one. You bank the Wessex Savings Bank, don't you, sir?
Yes.
And it's all yours. £99,999.99.
Later, Morse and Lewis paid a visit to Morse's bank manager.
The money's there, all right.
But didn't you think there was something odd? A huge amount like that in my account.
Well, I have known you a long time, and you are a police officer. The transfer seemed perfectly in order. As a matter of fact, I was going to ask you if you wouldn't rather put it on deposit. Now, I suppose you want me to transfer it back to Amnox.
With interest.
No, I really don't think...
Thanks, Mr. Prettyman. The next time I get rich quick, I'll let you know. All right.
The three of them got up to leave. At the same time, Bottomley was reporting his findings to Chief Superintendent Strange.
If Morse did it, he must have had an accomplice to make the phone call. But of course that could have been someone completely innocent. A friend asked to do it for a joke.
Not a very funny sort of joke.
Could have told him it was her birthday. Wanted her out of the room for a few minutes while they prepared a surprise.
Well, she certainly got that. Sit down. What about her husband?
The first a scientist. Took the brain drain to America 7 years ago. We've checked him out with the police in Palo Alto. Hasn't been back here in 3 years.
The second?
Derek Newsom, financial consultant in Aylesbury.
Ah, that's more like it.
Yes, sir. Except he took a second honeymoon 10 days ago and hasn't got back.
Are you sure?
Oh, quite sure, sir. Spoke to him myself in Istanbul.
Well, none of that gets us anywhere, does it?
It removes them from the list of possible suspects.
Look, twice married, there's a good chance there's other men.
Well, yes, indeed, sir. Including...
Yes, but others, Bottomley. What have you found out about her private life?
We're just off to have a good look round her flat, sir.
Well, I hope to God you don't find anything. Well, you know.
Yes, sir.
Bottomley left the Beryl's flat. After their visit to the bank, Morse, Lewis and Marion Brooke were sitting in the park outside Unnock's.
If I didn't know he was dead, I'd swear this was Hugo de Vries. It's got his fingerprints all over it.
Like yours on that knife.
A man like de Vries, you've got to check inside the coffin.
I'll just go and see if we've heard back from Sweden.
As Lewis went to the car, someone took a photograph of the three of them, unnoticed.
Very sorry about this.
Well, at least we got the money back. But why on earth Beryl would want to do something like that?
Perhaps she did have a boyfriend.
Women do sometimes, I believe.
You?
Got my fingers burnt.
It's a long time ago, Marion.
I loved him.
You want to have lunch one day?
I'd love to.
We should share our mutual disappointments.
I hope it'll be more fun than that. I'm in need of a pick-me-up. I think I'll go and buy myself a new dress.
Well, that's a very pretty one you've got on.
You could make quite a good con man yourself, you know. Bye.
She left, pulling her cape around her shoulders, turning briefly to smile at him. In the car, Lewis was speaking on the phone.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
It's true.
What is?
About de Vries. Swedish computer files say he's dead.
His spirit lives on, though, Lewis. Alas.
Also, Bottomley wants us over at the Cowley Road. This is Newsom's flat. Says he's found something important.
At Beryl Newsom's flat, Chief Inspector Bottomley was standing outside impatiently checking his watch, and Lewis's car rolled up.
Good of you to come so quickly, Morse. Anything to oblige you, Bottomley?
Just before we go in, what time did you pick her up yesterday?
5:30.
She keep you waiting at all?
20 minutes or so. That's why we were late.
You go in, or what?
Stayed here.
I see. Let's go in then. Have you been here before?
I've got 12 nights, that's all. Did you ask me at that time?
So you've never been in the flat? All about that?
Yes.
Good. Now, you say you didn't know her all that well?
That's right.
But you gave her your photo?
No.
Bottomley picked up a photograph of Morse off the mantelpiece.
Is this you?
How did she get that?
I was hoping you could tell me. Are these yours?
He picked up a pair of Y-fronts off the sofa.
Of course not. I've never been here, I told you.
This is your laundry box.
He held up a shirt, then picked up a newspaper.
It has to be your Times. It's your handwriting on the crossword. And that is your tipple, I think.
There was a nearly finished bottle of strong pale ale on the coffee table. Morse nodded slowly.
Well, how do you explain this?
Be good and ready, Beryl. I don't like to be kept waiting, as you know.
Bottomley switched off the answer phone and looked triumphant. Just then, Strange came in, and all three men watched Morse, waiting for his response.
But it was just... She said it was late. It was all I meant. She was late that evening. It's true.
Morse, all the evidence is that you had sexual intercourse with Beryl Newsom before you drove her to the hall.
I did not. I have never been in this room before, I swear. And I have never, alas, made love to Beryl Newsom.
Did you try and fail? Was that the problem?
I never got the chance.
Then why did you kill her?
That's enough, Bottomley. I did not kill her. Now someone, I don't know who, and I don't know why, is trying to frame me.
I'm sorry, Morse, but I don't think you've been telling us the whole truth. You better come to the station.
I'm putting you under arrest.
Now, come on, let's go.
Locked in a cell at the police station, Morse sat on his bunk.
Someone must have seen the murderer, Lewis. Has everyone been questioned properly? I don't trust Bottomley. What about the dresser? He was in and out. What does he say?
Dresser?
The bloke making sure we all looked right.
Oh, check. What's his name?
No idea.
Inspector Bottomley wants me to go around your house with it. Your fingerprints were on that beer bottle.
And I expect you'll find a great deal more incriminating evidence. Because whoever stole my beer must have gone through my drawers to find that photograph. God knows where else he's been. Just don't believe everything you see.
Anything you'd like me to bring for you?
I'd like a libretto of the Magic Flute. It's in one of the boxed opera sets.
What's a libretto?
A little book, Lewis. A book of words, the text.
Ah, thought you knew that by heart.
Maybe I've missed something. About the initiation.
Initiation?
Into the mysteries. Whether of light or darkness.
What about clothes and things?
How long do you think they'll keep me here? Better bring a few shirts and stuff. It's all in the airing cupboard in the bathroom.
Right. On my way.
Thanks, Lewis.
Lewis closed the heavy metal door behind him, and Morse stood still, staring out of the window.
He wants to know about the dresser, sir, at the concert.
Oh, never mind about that. You read this. Morse's personal file. Very sensational reading, the early part. I knew he was a favourite son of old McNutt's, but
I've never heard any of this.
well, it's not something you want known, is it? Beating up a woman who had enough of him? Well, you can see. It was only McNutt prevented a charge of criminal assault. You said Morse wasn't capable of murder, Lewis. Still sure? Come on.
When Bottomley and Lewis' house, they found a crowd of angry neighbours banging on the front door.
What's the trouble?
This is bloody music. The same thing over and over again. Kids can't talk this small. There ought to be a law.
There is, madam.
Well, put him in prison then. He's bad.
Bottomley and Lewis ran into the living room where the noise was coming from. Lewis found the tape recorder and switched it off.
We left here 9:30 this morning. The windows were shut and no music playing. And he wasn't out of my sight again till you took him down the station. And look at this. It's a continuous tape. What? So it would keep on playing round and round. Morse couldn't do that. He hardly knew how to turn this thing on.
Well, you know he has an accomplice, Lewis. The man who made the phone call.
Why would you want to annoy the neighbours anyway?
Give credence to his story of persecution, of course. Anything unusual in here?
Well, that I would know. Should have brought him along.
So he could muddy the evidence? Brace up, Lewis.
Lewis took the libretto of the magic flute out of its cassette box and followed Bottomley upstairs.
Lewis? What's that you've got? Little book you wanted. I hope you're not forgetting who you're working for.
It's only a libretto, is it?
What does he want this for?
Well, this opera, it's all to do with the Masons, see? He thinks the case is to do with the Masons, too.
Well, let's get on. Bedroom. You try the bathroom, I'll go in here.
He said we'd fetch him some clean clothes. All right, then. Don't know why he has a house this size. Never has anyone to stay. Oh, God.
Bottomley joined Lewis in the bathroom.
That's exactly what he wants us to think, Lewis.
Inside the airing cupboard was the body of McNutt. Chief Superintendent Strange arrived as two officers carried the corpse away in a body bag.
There's no chance of keeping this out of the press beyond tonight.
It's very bad, of course.
It's not so good for McNutt. You ever know him?
Only by reputation.
Damn good.
Well, it looks like he used undue influence to protect Morse that time.
Well, I'm not so sure. I've been asking around, and nobody seems to remember anything about it. Well, there was never a whisper at the time, I do know that.
Well, sir, you weren't quite so senior.
No. Well, what do you want to do?
I can't keep him on a holding charge forever.
Don't you better go steady. Forensic says he's right about the knife. It was definitely not the murder weapon.
But of course he knew that. It's all part of the plot.
Oh, the malicious caller.
The accomplice.
Morse has only ever had one accomplice that I know of, and that's Lewis.
Well, Lewis is very loyal, sir, yes. In fact, he's the only person to confirm what Morse has said. That they weren't at Maidenhead, for instance. That he didn't come back here this morning. Indeed, we've only Lewis's word that they left McNutt alive and well last night. There's no trace of the alleged derelict. And there was room at the hostel.
Where is Lewis?
Lewis was sitting downstairs, chewing his thumb anxiously, thinking. When Strange came in with Bottomley, he stood up.
Now, sit down, sit down. We're in a real pickle here, Lewis. I just want to ask you one thing. Now, take your time. Do you think that Morse killed either Mrs. Newsom or Mr. McNutt?
No, sir.
Why not?
The person that did this is cleverer than him. He's got to be.
Why?
Well, he is clever. Morse at crosswords and that, but he couldn't have done that tape. And he couldn't have done the computer fraud, not in a million years.
What computer fraud?
All right, Lewis. Tell us the worst.
Later on, when the three officers emerged from Morse's house, a crowd of journalists and photographers was waiting for them.
What's the story, sir?
No comment!
Morse? Oh, you don't really think... I thought that was some kind of joke. I mean, Morse.
It looks very much as though he and Mrs. Newsom were conspiring together, madam.
The mysterious photographer was spying on Marion and Bottomley too as they talked in the park later that day.
Why he then turned on her? You've known him a number of years, I believe.
10 or 11, since the DeFries case.
Or 12, as a matter of historical fact, madam. Now, according to our records, Morse was involved at about that time with a woman called Elizabeth Beckett, worked at the University Chest. I wonder if by any chance you remember her.
Liz Beckett, of course. She was the University Chest. But I didn't know she and Morse...
Oh, yes, madam.
Well, well. Why? Oh, don't say she...
We're just trying to trace her, madam. You wouldn't happen to know where she lives.
I'm afraid not. She... My own life was fairly confused at that time. When things got back to normal, Liz had vanished. Oh, I don't mean she'd left her job. That's what I mean.
Any idea why?
I think she had domestic problems. Not that I knew that was Morse. Are you sure?
Quite sure.
Oh, Lord. There was violence, wasn't there?
Yes.
She came to work with a black eye once.
A couple of broken ribs. And 3 missing teeth, too.
Good God. Morse. She asked me out only yesterday.
I should make other arrangements if I were you.
In his cell, Morse sat motionless, but his mind was racing.
Sarastro dead. Then who is Monostatos? Good and evil. That's what we're dealing with here. Good and evil. Darkness and light. That was a force against darkness. And now because of me. It is because of me. Must be. But who? Someone who doesn't want my death. But my hurt. My disgrace, my complete public humiliation.
Did you check on the dresser?
Not yet. Personal file out.
Don't find much there.
Found out about one of your old girlfriends.
Huh?
Elizabeth Beckett.
Who?
10 or 12 years ago, Elizabeth Beckett.
Oh, Liz Beckett. She wasn't my girlfriend. She was a sad but well-endowed young lady from Hinksey. Got involved with a panel beater who mistook her one night for a panel. I got him put away all right, but it couldn't be him. Thick as 2 planks.
Lewis looked down, puzzled.
What makes you think Liz Beckett was my girlfriend?
The file said you beat her up. Pretty badly.
What?
It was only McNutt got you off. With a severe reprimand.
But that's complete. Ask McNutt.
Godless. I'm finding this very difficult to hold on to.
Me too.
Wait a minute. If someone's putting things like that on my file, then it must be someone here. Someone inside the force.
Not necessarily.
It must be.
It could be a hacker.
What?
A computer hacker. Getting into our files, rewriting them. And the Amnox account, he could be rewriting everything.
Later, Strange peered over Lewis's shoulder as he tapped into Morse's file.
Are you telling me we're not secure? I don't know, sir. It doesn't look like it.
God almighty. I thought these things were supposed to be foolproof.
Proof against fools, yes, sir, but not against a very clever con man.
But what the hell am I going to tell the Chief Constable? That every case for the last 5 years, I mean, the whole lot could be overturned. I mean, oh, no, this is... I mean, it's... But how did he get in? How did he do it? I mean, there's passwords, aren't there?
Somebody would tell him. Could be someone here.
Oh, God.
Mostly these people just try combinations. Like with a safe, they just keep playing around till they find the one that gives them entry.
Well, they must have plenty of time on their hands.
Yes, sir. Like someone in prison. Yeah. And it's power over life and death, isn't it, sir? I mean, in here, in the file, he can make someone live or die, including himself.
Don't get carried away, Lewis. We've got to keep our heads.
But he can, sir. And all the time, this De Vries that we thought was dead, well, perhaps he's not. Not at all.
We haven't checked Morse's version of the Elizabeth Beckett story yet. And that bastard could have altered everything.
Now, one thing he can't have altered, sir. The Oxford Mail.
Later that day, Lewis pored over back issues of the Oxford Mail in the public library. Eventually, he found what he was looking for. An article headed, 2 years for Cowley Man. He took a copy back to Bottomley and came into Morse's cell looking somewhat embarrassed.
It seems I owe you an apology.
Not at all. I'll do the same for you one day.
Well, there it is. What this means about our records.
I never did like computers. It's only people like Lewis understand them. What I like is good, old-fashioned written evidence, which is why I want someone to go through the statements he took at the hall. I don't believe no one saw Beryl's murderer. It's not possible. There were too many people about. Are you sure you spoke to the dresser? He was everywhere.
Well, what was his name?
I don't know. You may. He had a box full of Masonic regalia.
Well, I'll check it out for you. So, what are you going to do now?
I'm going down the pub. I'm going to show my gratitude to Lewis in the time-honoured way, just as soon as they're open.
Open all day now, sir.
Morse and Lewis sat side by side in an otherwise empty pub.
It's quite interesting being the hunted for once instead of the hunter. You should try it. Gives you insight into the criminal mind.
You have a look in there and make sure he's not going to kill you.
I don't think so. I don't think I've suffered enough yet.
Well, it's had you locked up.
That was inconvenience, not suffering. Good hard beds in those cells, by the way. You should try it. Good for the spine. As this is good for the brain, so drink up, Lewis. We've had a couple of good ideas today, but we'll need more from you tomorrow.
That night, Lewis took Morse home, where a uniformed constable stood on duty.
Glad to see they're looking after you, sir.
They must value me quite highly after all. Thanks, Lewis. Give my regards to Papagena.
Who's it?
Your wife. Good night.
Evening. Evening, sir. You alone? Oh, you're out with me, sir?
I hope so. You keep your eyes open.
Yes, sir.
Morse went inside and shut the door carefully behind him, putting the catch on the lock and fastening the door chain. He switched on all the lights and began to go upstairs, but changed his mind and wandered into the living room where he sat down with the crossword and a beer. Before long, he was asleep, the crossword abandoned on his lap, the bottle of beer empty beside him. Outside, the constable shivered as he paced up and down in front of the house. It was a freezing night. As Morse slept, one of the cassettes on the shelf behind him spontaneously burst into flames. Morse noticed nothing. Quickly, the fire spread downwards, the cassettes and records melting and pouring out smoke. At the front door, the constable seemed to have gone for a walk. The shelf of cassettes collapsed, but still Morse didn't wake. The room was now full of smoke, and the carpet was burning. The constable wandered back along the drive, bored, picking stones to pass the time. Morse suddenly rolled off the sofa, choking on the fumes. He tried to lift himself off the floor, but collapsed, coughing, and lay motionless. The flames grew closer. Outside, the constable was pacing up and down, his collar turned up against the cold, when an orange glow suddenly blossomed in the window closest to him. He turned, saw it, and sprang to the front door, hammering the glass with his torch. Choking, he ran to Morse, and lifting the inert body by the arms, he somehow managed to drag him outside.
Is he all right? Will be.
Morse woke up in an ambulance to see Bottomley and a stranger staring down at him.
You're going to be fine, don't worry.
Morse pushed the oxygen mask away.
What's in that thing?
Oxygen. You've inhaled some nasty stuff in there.
I don't want oxygen.
Take it easy, sit down, come on, come on.
What's happened? What the hell's going on?
There's more fire in your living room, nothing to worry about.
Ordeal by fire and water. Of course, the flute. I should have... Oh, God, yes, he's so clever.
Here. Sit back down and have some more of this.
I said no!
Better get him to hospital.
He's not taking me to hospital. You can't trust anyone, you see. Don't you realize? Well, he may be. You see, he's everywhere and nowhere. You, Mason? You? You're in this together, aren't you? My God, yes. The Masons. Yes, you've always wanted to get me ever since you joined Thames Valley. First you got into the Force, and then you got into the computer, and then you killed Beryl and McNutt, and now you want to kill me. Can't you give him something? Keep away from me, I'll tell you both of you.
Strange hurried over to the ambulance.
It's the Masons! They want to kill me! They're trying to kill me! Bottomley is the priest in disguise.
Morse, for God's sake, pull yourself together.
Sorry. It's the smoke, I'm sorry, I thought... Where's Lewis? I want Lewis.
Wrapped in a blanket, Morse got out and shuffled towards his house, walking like an old man. The next morning, Strange and Lewis stood outside Morse's house with a pile of charred rubble lying in front of it.
You know, Lewis, Morse is a very good copper. Sometimes he's more trouble than he's worth.
Is he all right?
Well, he ought to be in hospital, really, but...
Lewis went inside, and a journalist sidled up to Strange.
Any statement yet, sir?
Later.
Lewis stepped into the ruined living room where Morse sat on the floor, surrounded by the blackened remains of his record collection.
Good morning, sir.
It's a terrible morning. I've spent 25 years building up this collection. 25 years. Some of these 78s, they're irreplaceable.
It's a right old mess of fire, isn't it?
Life, that's what leaves the mess. There's mad people everywhere. I'm going to have to apologize to Bottomley. I'm told I accused him of being defreet. It's not funny. I'm going to have to
lay it on with a trowel.
Hello.
DC Dearden stood up.
Yep. Here's how he did it. It's nasty. It's the sort of thing people leave in stores, you know, kind of animal people and that.
Must have plundered it when he played that trick with the loop.
Whoever the hell he is. Is there anything legible on that label, Dearden?
Yeah, the magnificent. Magic. Conducted by art.
Toscanini? Arturo Toscanini? Talk about adding insult to injury. That's the worst recording of the magic flute ever made. I wouldn't allow it in the house.
Right.
Later, Morse, Lewis and Strange marched into Morse's office. Bottomley was on the telephone.
Yes. Right. Right. Sweet. Yes. Thanks very much. Talk. Hugo de Vries screwed up the Swedish records too. He's not dead. He talked himself into release on parole 6 months ago. While he was in prison, he took a degree in computer science through their equivalent of the Open University.
First-class honours, of course.
He even won some national prize.
But if he's on parole, there'll be some sort of check on him.
No one's seen him since the morning he stepped out of jail.
Marion Brooke. She helped to put him away. He got his mother to tell her he was dead. God knows how long he's been planning this, but if he was after me, he'll be after her too. Am I still suspended?
Well, he probably should be.
On our way, Lewis.
Oh, Morse, this dresser you keep asking about, no one seems to know anything about him.
Now you see him. Now you don't. That's de Vries, all right.
Morse and Lewis paid another visit to the Amnox headquarters to see Marion Brooke, but found only Norman Cookson, her colleague.
She isn't coming in today. She rang up to say she wasn't feeling too well. She worked so late last night.
Why was that?
But she often worked late. Of course, she got sidetracked with this dreadful business about Beryl Newsom. She was still at it when I left at 7 o'clock. It really is unbelievable about Beryl. I'd always thought she was completely trustworthy. The very idea of her. This whole thing. Strain on everyone. Particularly, she and Beryl worked so closely together.
Did they?
Hand in glove.
I wonder if we ought to have another look at those accounts while we're here, Lewis.
Which accounts?
Is the money coming out of your bank account again, Sim? Going back where it belongs?
Thank God for that.
No.
What is it?
Oh, it's gone again.
Where?
Well, now it takes a bit of sorting out, this.
Suddenly, the figures started disintegrating and sliding down the screen.
For God's sake.
Computer virus, some joke.
What the hell does that mean?
It means this program's gone for a total burden.
A picture of an arm appeared on the screen, waving a hammer.
The money. The 99,900...
God knows.
Norman collapsed in a dead faint.
I know, too. I think I know.
They lost no time in getting to Marion Brooks' house. There was no answer to a ring at the door. Lewis peered in through the windows, but the house appeared to be empty.
Blown the coop? Looks like it. Well, you're the bad catcher, Lewis. It's your job to find her.
How's that?
Finder, catcher, and cager. Like Papageno.
Who?
It's about time you saw the magic flute, Lewis. Find out what I'm talking about. You got your keys? Off you go.
Just then, the cleaner opened the door.
Yes?
Oh, good morning. Mrs. Brooke in. Thames Valley, CID.
Is something wrong?
No, do you know where she is?
At work, I expect. What's the matter?
She reported a prowler.
Did she? Then you mind you catch him. There's too many of them about. Oxford's not safe anymore, not for women.
No. Well, she said she'd be in this morning.
Well, she's not. She never is mornings. She's got a proper job.
Perhaps she's gone to the bank.
Shouldn't think so. She's left me my money as usual.
Well, now we're here,
She said she saw him from the bathroom. All right if we come in and have a look?
Well, I don't know. I suppose so.
Thanks very much.
Thanks.
This is the bathroom.
That's funny. She couldn't have seen anyone from here.
Must have meant the bedroom.
Must have.
I've made the bed.
Yes, she must have meant this. She could have seen from here.
Is there anywhere else she could have been looking out that way?
There's the spare room, but I don't know why
Mind
she...
if I see?
Lewis pulled the door to behind her, leaving Morse alone in the bedroom. He went to the dressing table and picked up a photograph. It was of Marion with Hugo de Vries. He walked to the door, putting the picture in his pocket. Lewis came out of the spare room at the same time.
Same to you, really?
You mind if we take a look in the garden? See how he might have got in?
It's locked. You'll need the key.
In the kitchen, Morse saw a wine rack and pulled out a bottle.
Nice wine. Yes. Very nice indeed. Thanks very much. I don't need to see the garden after all.
What?
Just remembered I've got a call on my wine merchant.
What do you think you're up to? Here, I'll call the police.
Make sure and ask for Chief Inspector Potter.
He drinks claret the way I drink beer.
A lot of it, you mean?
He goes for quality, not quantity. Chateau Petrus, Cheval Blanc, First Growths, the Great Pomerol, Saint-Emilion. Several £100 a bottle, some of them. That was 1970 she got there, a whole case of it.
Worth a bit.
£1,000 or more. There's only one place he'd buy that here.
They pulled up outside Sperling's wine merchants. Morse went inside.
Good morning, sir. Can I have you a glass of Australian Chardonnay? Jolly good nose.
I'd like to see the manager right away.
I am the manager.
Is anyone buying Petrus and Cheval Blanc from you? By the case?
Yes, he is. Why?
It's a murder investigation, sir.
I say, really?
Who is it? It's urgent.
Dr. James Wilson, New Zealander, I think, visiting fellow of Wadham.
I was a bit surprised, a New Zealander. Of course, there are some very good ones.
Where does he live? In college?
Just a moment. He gave us the very best references.
He would have done.
We sent him a couple of cases of Chateau Ozone only last week. Here we are, 4 Chippenham Close. Thanks.
Back in the car, Morse got on the phone.
He's using the name Wilson. Dr. James Wilson. Inform all ports and airports. Probably traveling with Mrs. Marion Brooke. Probably not under that name. And tell Bottomley and Superintendent Strange we're going to 4 Chippenham Close. Now. Thanks.
Lewis drove into Chippenham Close and parked opposite number 4. A new black Jaguar stood in the drive.
Nice car.
Rubbish, these new models. No class at all.
Suddenly, the front door opened.
Is that it?
That's him.
De Vries carried 2 suitcases to the car.
Seems we're just here in time.
Where's she?
Gone to the bank, like I said.
I hope so. Is she in it with him or not? That's the question.
Must be, surely.
Not if she's dead.
Here he is again. Why do you want her to be innocent, sir?
I'm old-fashioned. All right, you stay here. If I'm not out in 5 minutes...
Oh, no, none of that. I'm coming with you.
It's me he wants, it's me he's going to get. Or rather, it's me that's going to get him. Call Bottomley if anything looks wrong.
Shouldn't that be I who am going to get him, sir?
Block the drive.
Morse walked across the close as De Vries came out of the house for the 3rd time.
Hello, Hugo.
Morse, you made it. Well done. You're a little earlier than I expected.
And you're supposed to be late. The late Hugo de Vries.
I like being dead. Takes the strain out of living. But all good things must come to an end. Chilly out here. Shall we go in?
Morse followed De Vries into the house, but he shut the door after him.
Packing up. Dr. Wilson's off on his travels, yes. Research, you know. Into what? The unknown.
Morse turned away and opened a door into the living room. He could hardly believe what he saw inside. The furniture was dust-sheeted, but the walls were covered with photographs. It was a shrine to Morse. There were photographs of his house, his car, himself, hundreds of himself, blown up, duplicated, coloured in, torn into shapes. De Vries had been most thorough. He saw himself at work, in the opera chorus. It fell.
But then a spectacle unfolded, a whimsical scene. A trip of lively jelly beans in hues unseen. Oh yeah, in the gray
Wasted on her, of course. No palate, Marion. Not at all. But what loyalty, Morse. What loyalty. You sit down. Tapping the claret. That's a fine old English expression for giving someone a bloody nose. How's your nose been?
Out of joint.
May I offer you a drink?
No, thanks.
Yes, it's a bit early. You haven't given up drinking, have you?
No.
I wondered. I was so sure you'd be over the limit. You always were in the old days.
Was I?
And you see, I so wanted you to know what it was like.
What was like?
To be caught, to be punished, to be made to look a fool. People like you and McNutt, you regard it as your duty, your bounden duty, isn't that the phrase? To deprive people of their liberty? But it's theft, like any other. How can anyone be himself in a prison, shut away from the light?
You should have thought of that before you started.
Started what? My life of crime? But that was all a joke, Morse. That was all fun. I've never harmed a soul in my life.
You more than harmed Beryl Newsom.
Not at all. You were ultimately responsible, of course, you and McNutt. But the person who did the actual deed, that was Marion. I was merely the dresser, the assistant to the star.
Oh, yes.
I bear you no malice. I forgave you years ago for putting me away. Isn't that what men do in your Bible when they're cross with their wives? Put them away.
I believe so.
What a fascinating language. But Marion couldn't forgive. She loves me, you see.
Come on. Are you telling me?
Oh, I was her accomplice, I admit, just for the hell of it. I left the knife, which you so obligingly picked up, and those little irritations, the fire and water, they were my humble contributions. But the master plan was hers.
Why would Marion want to kill Beryl?
Beryl was about to find out. Those financial manipulations. You surely aren't still so much in love with that stupid woman as to believe her capable of those. No. Marion and I, Morse. After hours, of course. How's the car?
It's being resprayed.
Now, that was malicious, I admit. I couldn't resist it. Not that you understood, I think. You made an elementary mistake, you see. You thought you were the hero. Oh, you were meant to think that. You were meant to think your frustrations were ordeals. But the villain undergoes frustrations, too, until he and his mistress are overwhelmed by the truth. I am the high priest, Morse. You are the evil spirit. I am Zoroastro. You are Monostatos. And now the earth is about to swallow you up.
De Vries pulled a gun from his pocket and pointed it at Morse's head.
Now look, Hugo.
I don't recall inviting you to use my Christian name. Of course, you don't have one, do you? On your knees, Morse.
What?
I want you groveling on your knees.
Morse forced his limbs to move and slid down into a kneeling position. De Vries was so close, the gun touched his temple.
I am going to kill you. Or am I? You never know with me, do you? It may be well worth your while to beg for mercy, but then again, it may not. I may kill you cleanly with a single shot like an English gentleman, but then again, I'm not an English gentleman, so it's really up to you how well you beg.
What do you want me to say?
That you were wrong. That I was always innocent. As indeed I was.
You weren't innocent.
You're quite sure? You're sweating, Morse. It's a disagreeable sight. One shouldn't be afraid of death. It isn't the end. I got interested in Pythagoras in prison. I learned there was no night, no day, no life, no death. Metempsychosis, Morse.
Oh, yes.
The soul never dies. It is transmuted. It migrates. Beryl's a fish now. Or a bird. Yes, I think a bird. Quite possibly in a cage.
And McNutt?
A slug. As for you... A dung beetle. Who's that?
My sergeant.
Why do you policemen always go around in pairs like low comedians? Are you permanently afraid or what?
I'm afraid of you. I've always rated you a real genius. If you honestly thought I'd come here alone.
So impatient. Walk over there, please. Go on.
With the gun pointing at him, Morse stood up and walked towards the window.
Turn away now. Life and death, darkness and light. None of it matters. Goodbye.
Morse opened his eyes. He was still standing and unharmed. He turned around slowly.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir!
He saw de Vries lying face down on the floor. He was still breathing.
Metempsychosis, Morse. A sea change into something rich and strange.
De Vries' eyes closed.
The door, sir!
And his head slumped to the floor. Morse opened the door.
He shot himself.
They rushed into the living room. It was empty.
He was there. He was lying there. Oh, my God. That whole thing, that whole...
He ran to the window, just in time to see de Vries drive away in Lewis's car. De Vries smiled and waved goodbye.
You bloody fool, you left your keys in the ignition. God almighty. He fooled me again.
In an underground car park, Marion Brooks sat in her car, anxiously waiting for de Vries. Suddenly, he appeared in Lewis's car, screeching to a halt beside her.
We'll have to use your car, Marion. Which?
2 police cars came down the ramp towards them. Bottomley drew up alongside.
Excuse me, madam, but may I see your driving license? Wait a minute.
Smiling, de Vries pulled his gun on Bottomley. The officers ducked in their seats. De Vries turned the gun on Marion and she closed her eyes. Then he lowered the gun and shot himself.
It was all your fault. If it hadn't been for you, he couldn't stand the thought of more prison. He told me if we were caught, he was going to shoot me first and then himself. If it hadn't been for that stupid, interfering policeman.
You were ready to die for it.
I don't want to go to prison. You should try it. You might find out what it's like for a brilliant man like Hugo to be locked up day and night for years and years. And the world outside, the stupid, idiotic, ordinary world.
Did you think what it was like for Beryl Newsom? Or McNutt?
He framed Hugo.
You gave the clinching evidence against Hugo yourself.
You confused me. Hugo was completely innocent.
He said you killed Beryl.
And you believed him. How wonderful.
Morse gazed up at the ceiling of the prison cell.
What were you going to do with the money?
Persecute you.
All this. Murder and theft and murder again. All this just to get me.
And we will, in the end. We'll get you.
All right.
A few days later, Morse and Lewis went to de Vries's burial in a quiet Oxford graveyard. Apart from the gravediggers, no one else was there.
He persuaded me, you know. While I was with him, he really persuaded me that she did the killing. When he said he wasn't a killer, I don't know. Do you think I'm losing my judgment?
What judgment's that?
Lost my sense of reality. I mean, is he really in there or not?
Oh, he's there, all right.
You never know with de Vries.
The coffin was lowered into the grave. They left the graveside as one of the men started to fill it in.
So much of our work is intuition, and he didn't just get inside computers, he got inside my head. Like he got inside Marion's.
Do you think he just stayed with her?
Stay with her forever. Would you mind doing something for me, Lewis?
What's that?
The choir, they're having a sort of memorial performance for Beryl with the magic flute.
Nice gesture.
I'm not going myself. I don't feel... Look, would you mind representing me, sort of? And take your wife. You'll enjoy it, honestly. It's good fun. It's like a panto. Got a dragon.
When is it?
Tonight.
Oh, I can't tonight. It's EastEnders. The wife won't miss an episode of EastEnders.
You can record EastEnders.
Well, but...
Please.
That night, Lewis and his wife dutifully turned up at the town hall for the only performance of the magic flute.
There you go.
Morse was still in his office that night, working late. He looked up at the sound of footsteps. It was too late for anyone else to be around. He watched the door apprehensively as they came closer. It swung open. Bottomley came in.
Ah, Morse. I saw your car in the car park.
They made a good job of it, haven't they? You'd hardly know.
I'll know. Anything new?
Well, we've counted the money, that's all that.
You
You want to wash your hands, then? Dirty stuff.
It's going to do good work.
I suppose. I give to Oxford myself.
Do you? Oh. Well, speaking of charitable activities, I wonder... Well, I know you have strong feelings about Freemasonry, but if you were to see for yourself the lodge at work, I'd be very pleased to propose you.
Trying to establish true concord between us.
It does seem foolish for us to quarrel.
Thanks a lot, but I don't join things. I'm even thinking of leaving the choir.
Still, Morse couldn't resist driving down to the town hall for a look. He sat in his car across the street and listened. Suddenly, the entrance door opened, and Lewis and his wife came out alone.
What does he say in it? I still couldn't understand a bloody word.
Morse chuckled to himself.
Let's go for a drink, for God's sake.